something that people are trying to get there, which is going to solve energy problems for thousands of years. So thanks for that. Okay, I'm here to award the Satellite Executive of the Year. The committee was the 5 members that stood up earlier. And I'm kind of unconventional, some people will tell you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a list of statements, and you've got to try and guess who the person is. And if you guess, you can't say it, but put up your hand, right? I'm starting with more esoteric statements. So people who really know might put up their hand after the first statement. But as it comes down, it gets easier, and the whole audience should have their hands up by the end. So it will kill a suspense, but let's have a go. You ready? Greg, do you understand what I just said? Yes. Their English name was a famous backdrop to where they were conceived. Oh, that's pretty good. This person studied at Canterbury University in New Zealand. More things than Rocket Lab come out of New Zealand. This person seems to drink from the fountain of youth. They do not age. I've known them for 20 years and they look the same they look the same as when I met them on the first day. And maybe it's got something to do with the city they're from, which was the epicenter of body transfigurations and plastic surgery. Getting more? Still not a lot of hands up, right? How many we got there? Okay. This person has been with the company since it was incorporated in 1992. Right? No more? This person was quoted more than any other person today at the conference. What? How many of you were at the conference today? This person was quoted more than anyone else at the conference today. He is transforming a satellite company into a space company. Okay. He has navigated a very difficult political environment. He has struck key deals with Global Star and Eutelsat.
Yeah.
Oh, there should be more up in there. Okay, so the winner of the Satellite Executive of the Year is Niall Suansiri. Please clap.
So, thanks a lot. I'm truly honored to receive this award tonight. It means a lot to me, and I think the TICOM team, because it's coming from my peers. I think that means a lot to me. When I began in the satellite industry, and I forgot when, it was 1992 actually. 31 years ago, like many of you here, maybe longer than me, I'm not too sure, but I was very, very excited about the industry, and I'm excited now about the industry as I have been when I first started. After graduating from the engineering degree, and I think, so hopefully the award, it's nothing to do with me graduating from New Zealand. He comes from New Zealand, but it's a coincidence. So I think after graduating from the engineering degree, I remember coming back to Thailand, and I had a choice between 2 jobs. One was to provide, expand fixed wired technology over Bangkok, basically fixed telephone lines over Bangkok. And the other one was to launch the first ever satellite for the company. So I think the choice was quite easy for me, and was obvious as a young engineer, and I never looked back since. I think all of us take for granted the industry that we are in. You know, we talk about, like today, satellites, rockets, life extension, direct links from satellite to phone, laser links and all that stuff. Stuff of science fiction. And this is everyday jargon for us, but if you stop and think about it from the perspective of outsiders, and I think you probably had this experience before, it's amazing what we're doing. But we're so used to all these words that it just sort of, we use it every day. So it's amazing, and I'm very, very privileged, and I'm very privileged to be part of this as well. When we started 30 years ago, all of us in the satellite industry, back in the people who started back in the 90s and early 2000s, it was actually really a startup at that time. There was no word startup, but when we thought about it, you know, we were doing something that was very innovative and very new, just like startups are doing today. So, and I think excitement is the key word here, and it's something that keeps me going even after 31 years. Every day I wake up, it's the excitement of the industry. For me, I think this award is, it's a testament of, the whole TICOM team. I'm just the representative here, and on the work that we've done. What has shaped TICOM and the TICOM team and its DNA to this very day is basically a unique set of challenges and circumstances which we had to navigate through that others of our friends, fortunately, did not go through. We had things like domestic politics come into play. We had coup d'etats. We had soldiers coming into our teleport. We had to deal with weird concession agreements that were the most taxed concession in the whole world for satellites. And we had some unique regulatory environment that we had to go through. We had to go through an orbital slot auction. So how many of you went through an orbital slot auction? Right? None, right? We did. But I think this is apart from the usual challenges that all of us also face. Things like competition, technology disruption, supply, demand, pricing, funding, and the rest. So therefore, we were unique in our own way. And I think as the old saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So this is what I always believe, and this is really the DNA of the TICOM team: the resilience, adaptability, flexibility, and survival skills. We survived through everything, and we came out stronger. And these are the key assets of, I think, for TICOM moving into the future. So I'm very fortunate to have this opportunity to lead the organization, which I started since the very beginning, and very, very strong. So during the first couple of years, what I did, my primary mission was basically to stabilize the company and to ensure that the fundamental elements are in place to secure a long-term future. So firstly, what we had to do was we had to navigate and to make sure that after the concession ended in 2021, we didn't go over a cliff, and we had continuity of service. We had to deal with the government just to keep the customers going. So that was the first and very important step. The second one was we had to secure some orbital slots, because what is a satellite company without an orbital slot, right? So we had to secure some orbital slots, which we did at the beginning of the year. And thirdly, we had to secure funding to get new satellites, in which we secured with our shareholders around $450 million. And fourthly, we have the slot, we have the money now, we need customers. So we worked very hard with Eutelsat, and it was a very, very fruitful relationship. And now we have established a long-term relationship with them, taking up half of the capacity of the satellite, which we haven't launched yet. So that was a big milestone for TICOM. And lastly, we had to sign a satellite contract, which we signed with Airbus. So all this, what I mentioned, happened in the space of around 1.5 years. So a lot has happened. And we just celebrated our 30th anniversary, a couple of years ago, and I told my team that the next chapter of TICOM has just begun. What we have done in the past is the past. Now we look forward to the future. And we have redefined ourselves to, expand our company and to look at the space business as a whole. Of course, we're not, we're still championing and a big believer of HTS ever since the days of the original IP Star. So we're still thinking that is our bread and butter, and we still continue to commit to that. But the next chapter will be different if we have our own way. We'll have geospatial intelligence projects. We will work with more LEO partners. The first one we signed with Globalstar. And I think lastly, as we embark on this journey and to expand this vision that we have, the most important thing for us is partnerships. And I really mean that. And a lot of people talk about partnerships, but can they make it happen? That's another story, right? But partnerships is a nice word to say, but to actually make it happen is really hard work. And so strategic partnerships is something I truly believe in, and I keep saying it. And the people in this room here, are our partners, and we want to work with every one of you to make all of us stronger, and so we go stronger together, right? And I think in the morning I said grow together, right? I think it's actually grow older together as well, right? I think we're all growing older together, but and also hopefully more successful together as well. So I think once again, on behalf of the TICOM team, I would like to sincerely thank APSCC, the award committee, and all of you for the recognition. Thank you very much.